Well, good evening once again and Happy New Year. Day 1446 of the Trump administration. 16 days remain until the inauguration of Joe Biden as our 46th president. We are less than an hour officially from the start of an election day that will not only decide the balance of power in the United States Senate critically, but also the political capital currently held by the outgoing president and the incoming president. Trump and Biden were both in Georgia campaigning ahead of tomorrow's dual Senate runoff. Incumbent Republican David Perdue facing a challenge from Democrat Jon Ossoff, while Republican Senator Kelly Loeffler is up against Reverend Raphael Warnock. These races are tight. That's a story in and of itself in Georgia, and so far, over 3 million people have cast ballots in early voting. Tonight at a rally in Dalton, Georgia, Trump spent most of the time on his false claims of having won this election.
There's no way we lost Georgia. There's no way. You know, I've had 2 elections. I won both of them. It's amazing. And I actually did much better on the second one. Tomorrow, each of you is going to vote in one of the most important runoff elections in the history of our country. Watch what happens over the next couple of weeks. You watch what's going to come out. Watch what's going to be revealed. And they're not taking this White House. We're going to fight like hell, I'll tell you right now. We won the presidential election. We won it big. I'll be here in about a year and a half campaigning against you, Governor. I guarantee you that. You must deliver a Republican victory so big that the Democrats can't steal it or cheat it away.
Different setting. This afternoon, Joe Biden reminded voters of his win there in November, of the multiple recounts, and of the ties between the Republican candidates and one Donald Trump.
You voted in record numbers in November. The will of the people prevailed. We won 3 times here. We need you to vote again in record numbers, to make your voices heard again and again, to change Georgia, to change America again. You have 2 senators who think their loyalty is to Trump, not to Georgia. You have 2 senators who think they've sworn an oath to Donald Trump, not to the United States Constitution.
This crucial election comes in the wake of the most recent and perhaps most shocking attempt to subvert the 2020 election and stay in power. In a leaked hour-long phone call first revealed by the Washington Post, Donald Trump is heard talking over the weekend with Georgia's chief election official, Brad Raffensperger, pressuring him to find enough votes to somehow overturn Mr. Biden's victory.
So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state, and flipping the state is a great testament to our country. The people of Georgia are angry. The people of the country are angry. And there's nothing wrong with saying that, you know, that you've recalculated, because the 2,236 and absentee ballots, even if you cut them in half, and cut them in half again, it's more votes than we need.
Well, Mr. President, the challenge that you have is the data you have is wrong.
You have a big election coming up, and because of what you've done to the president, you know, the people of Georgia know that this was a scam. And because of what you've done to the president, a lot of people aren't going out to vote. So what are we going to do here, folks? I only need 11,000 votes. Fellas, I need 11,000 votes. Give me a break.
The guy he was talking to on the phone, Raffensperger, is a Republican, notably. Late today, he told NBC News that Trump had tried to reach him several times and that he did not leak the phone call himself. It's been reported Trump called him 18 times before they spoke, and he again refuted Trump's baseless election fraud allegations and his claim of winning the state.
I'm very confident in the results we have here in Georgia. And that's the cold, hard truth is President Trump did not carry the state of Georgia. Yeah, you can't keep on taking shots from people, and people keep putting out stuff that's not true. And we're going to respond. We're going to respond forcefully.
Georgia's voting system manager also came forward today to offer a point-by-point rebuttal of some of Trump's claims.
There is the claim that 66,248 people below the age of 18 voted. The actual number is 0. They say that there's 2,423 people who voted without being registered. Let's just be clear about this. You can't do it. There is no shredding of ballots going on. That's not real. No one is changing parts or pieces out of Dominion voting machines. Again, this is all easily, provably false. Yet the president persists.
Sterling also accused Trump of misleading the voters about video of ballot counting in Fulton County. Georgia's election board could refer the matter to the district attorney of Fulton County, who issued a statement that reads in part, and we quote, "I will enforce the law without fear or favor. Anyone who commits a felony violation of Georgia law in my jurisdiction will be held accountable." House Democrats have now asked the FBI Director Chris Wray to open a criminal investigation into the Trump phone call, citing possible solicitation or conspiracy to commit election crimes. Wednesday, the drive to deny Biden's win moves over to Capitol Hill when congressional Republicans will launch their own final challenge to the Electoral College results of our 2020 presidential election. Vice President Mike Pence will preside over the joint session to count and confirm each state's electoral votes. Tonight, Trump made it clear he's counting on his guy Pence to do what he wants.
I hope Mike Pence comes through for us, I have to tell you. I hope that our great vice president comes through for us. He's a great guy. Of course, if he doesn't come through, I won't like him quite as much.
Over a dozen Republican senators will join well over 100 of their colleagues in the House in this effort to contest the results of the Electoral College count. Meanwhile, some 200 of the nation's top business leaders are calling on Congress to certify Biden's win. This comes on the heels of a letter from all 10 living former U.S. defense secretaries, published in the Washington Post, declaring that the U.S. presidential election is over and warning against any involvement of the U.S. military in election disputes. As for the Biden team's take on all this, here's how the nation's next vice president responded when she was asked about the Wednesday protest planned in Congress.
There are a lot of people who see what's going on Wednesday as an attempted act of coup. Is that what you think? Is it a coup attempt?
Let me just tell you something. We're going to be inaugurated, period.
I know you're going to be inaugurated, but when you see what's going on.
Thank you, Dad.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.